So we were talking about Kia Asylum the other week, and then as though we manifested it, there was that afternoon, I go to my Instagram, and there was a what about the male Kia Asylum?
Hello, Shawn Mendes.
Lewis Capaldi.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran. Who else do we reckon is in male Kia Asylum?
Oh my God. I mean, I'm struggling to name a man.
I
right
wouldn't
now.
say that Lewis Capaldi's in Kia Asylum.
Really?
I don't think he is.
Can you name a song?
No, of course not.
But he's popular with certain people.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just not us.
I love Lewis Capaldi, but I don't really know his music that well.
Yeah.
But I love his.
Oh
my God.
Okay,
She
sorry.
is obsessed with Lewis Capaldi.
I better start
so much.
listening. Love Lewis Capaldi. Love his uncle too.
Who's that?
Peter Capaldi. He's an actor. He's Scottish.
Doctor Who?
He was Doctor Who. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's all coming together. But I think Lewis Capaldi has like obviously a great voice and writes great like pop music as well. Obviously none of us are listening to him, but he has a reach. And I've seen like when I watch performances, I'm like, oh, you're cool. And I don't know, he has he's great on chat shows. He seems like a fun time. He's self-aware.
Yep.
I would argue he's not in the Kia Asylum because he's too aware. He's got the keys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
He's friends with the guards. And he's got and he's still showing up at festivals and people love him.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think that Shawn Mendes could do the same thing. I hate to say.
Some of the people I'm seeing in the on Flop Talk Wiki has a male Kia Asylum page.
Oh.
And on there they have Da Baby, Little Baby. Okay.
A whole family of babies.
The whole family. Bastille.
Don't.
Do you remember
Oh,
that
the-
band?
Is that the...
Yes, them. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
No, Gautier's
no,
not
he's-
in Kia Asylum.
I disagree with that because it's like
He's a one-hit wonder.
he just made his money and bounced.
Yes.
And I don't even. He's not even a one. He's a one international hit wonder, but he has a catalog of incredible songs. He had
Yes.
an album that was like undeniable in Australia. But then somebody that I used to know really popped off, and then it felt with Gautier, it feels like a choice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Like
agree.
he went. This is huge. This is I don't know much about his personal life at all, but it feels
True.
more intentional.
It's lacking the desperation that is a prerequisite for Kia Asylum.
Yeah, he's an artist who unfortunately has to deal with celebrity but doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like there's people who just want to do music.
Yeah, he's just an artist.
And unfortunately, the more successful you are with music, the more famous you are.
Yeah.
It's the same as comedians who don't want to be famous. They just want to be comedian.
Furthermore, B.O.B.
Oh.
Chance the Rapper, agree. Oliver Tree, don't know them. Owl City.
Our city.
But then some
your eyes.
former inmates, Benson Boone.
Former.
Is he former?
I don't know. I feel like Benson Boone has cornered the backflipping Mormon market.
I have seen a lot of his ass on my feed, which is usually a sign of gays getting behind you, which means you're getting out of the Kia Asylum.
Well, they are literally behind you. So
Yeah.
ass footage.
Well, I heard some sad news that apparently Charlie XCX is rumored to be heading back to the Kia Asylum.
No, she's not.
No,
Well,
that's the
come
take.
on.
I'm like, did you listen to that new rock song though?
Yeah, I liked it. Whatever.
We all make missteps.
I'm also like, I'm starting to really dislike this Kia Asylum analogy. Okay, I'm really. I don't know if it's fucking working for me, but I think one release that people are obsessed with. Come on.
Well, people
She's
are
been doing
excited, but the fans are excited that she's heading to Kia Asylum because she made Brat coming out of the Kia Asylum. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So like sometimes it's like having it's like pressure makes diamonds kind of
Yes.
But that's where I have to wonder, like, what do we mean by Kia Asylum? Because for me, Charlie was like, there was a few songs like way earlier in her career that you could tell she was like trying to do popular stuff. But there was like 5 years before Brat, she was doing really solid albums, really great music. It just wasn't as popular as Brat. But I wouldn't consider that Kia
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
just wasn't superstardom. But it's not like it was bad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, what do we mean by
I think
Kia?
maybe we're overanalyzing this and it's just a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because of course, yeah, like not we can't have everyone be a superstar at the same time. People have to take turns.
Yeah.
If we're having a very Zara Larsson summer because we already have been brats. Like,
And she's quite proud of the Kia.
Yeah, she
She's
is.
talked about it. She's a Kia girl. She
Yeah.
wears it
Nice.
proudly.
Yeah, I'm fully behind her.
Which weirdly, for me, frees her from the Kia asylum.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You have to be. There's a self-awareness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting
Who are
somewhere.
Do you think Harry Styles is destined for it?
Okay, Harry Styles. I need to rant about him a little bit.
When don't we rant about him?
I mean, it takes so little to piss me off about Harry Styles. We know this, but he's getting like heralded this week because at one of his concerts, which apparently are terrible. Like I saw multiple different posts on Reddit from fans who had gone to the concert and were like, it was really underwhelming.
Also, it's really high. Like the stage is like
He's up really high.
Yeah, well, like the platform that he's on, like it's kind of like shaped. I saw a photo of it. It's like shaped like a square from the Amsterdam shows, but it's like above people's heads, so the audience are like the GA are underneath it, or they're really close, but they can't see. Like I saw these POV videos of people because Robin's opening for him. By the way, the stadium is not full enough for Robin when I'm like, are you kidding me? And she's doing stuff from her. It's insane. I'm like, where are you? If Robin was there, come on. But I saw these videos of being like, I know she's on stage. I can hear her, but I cannot see her. And these are people who've paid for the most expensive
so
tickets. So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, I'd be pissed off if I had paid for that.
Yeah.
I got
Robin is coming to Australia though. By the way, Robin is coming to Australia. And another announcement for anyone in Melbourne. Beyonce's Lemonade director's cut is playing at Acme.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So
That's huge.
strap in.
Oh my God.
Book tickets.
So what is your bug
Oh
ticket?
yes. So at one of these concerts, someone from the crowd cheers out it's like Viva Palestina or something like that. Like Free Palestine or something like that. And Harry just says correct and then continues with the concert. And everyone's like, Harry Styles speaks out for Palestine. Like he's a hero and all this sort of stuff. And it's like, it's so incredible to see a celebrity like using their platform like this. I'm like, this is nothing. It's like, why are we celebrating like the absolute bare minimum?
Celebrity worship.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
kind
like,
of insane.
it's ridiculous. It's like, no, let's not celebrate absolute bare essentials.
Yeah.
You-
With your nail polish on.
Yeah. So that was my little.
And also, I feel like the Harry Styles is your sleep paralysis demon, Charlie.
Yeah.
You can't.
I've been a day one hater.
Ever since he came out with that skinny little scarf on X Factor.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of men that I hated, Billie Eilish has come out saying she hates Gemini men. I have dated a Gemini man and I understand. I think sometimes some star signs are just not meant to be together. I saw something else about this on TikTok or on Threads actually the other day rather. Somebody was posting how like the star sign that's like right next to yours is never going to be somebody you're like really good friends with because they're too close to you. It's like siblings.
It's like uncanny valley kind of
yeah,
vibes.
like, you know, I'm a Libra, so on my other side is Virgo and Scorpio, and I have friends who are those star signs, but I will say they're probably not my closest best friends.
Yeah.
But like 2 over and anything opposite you and so on is all fine.
So for me, what would it be? Pisces and Taurus.
Yeah. So those are probably not
Yeah.
going
Actually,
to
I
be-
do have I used to always bicker with one of my Pisces friends.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. No,
Yeah,
it makes
but in
sense.
like a sibling kind of way where it was
Yeah.
like, I love you, but you piss me off.
Yeah. And that's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Oh, something else I quickly have to tell you in my woo-woo while I'm going on this tirade. I've learned about wards.
What are wards?
Okay, so like it's magical.
Like evil eye?
Oh.
Yeah. So you can ward your name. So when people talk badly about you, it all comes back to them.
Oh.
Or you can like ward it differently and be like, whenever somebody talks badly about me, I make money.
So is ward kind of like a spell or
yeah. So you start by just like cleansing your space, the paper, the pen you're writing with, just like, light some incense, cleanse it all. And then you want to write your name on the paper. And then around it in a circle, like a ward, you want to write like the word you're warding yourself with. I haven't tried it yet, but I will.
I feel like if I was like, anytime anyone talks about me, I make money, I'd be like looking at my bank account. It's like, why isn't there money coming in?
You just start
made
shit.
$0.
Yeah. No, I'm also like, who's talking about me? I don't think anyone is fucking talking about me. But I guess there's like different scenarios you could like think of.
Yeah. Wow.
The more you know.
Yeah.
I'm deeply in my witchy.
Do you guys have like superstitions? Like that things that you will do and won't do?
Yeah, I have a sugar-free Red Bull before every single show.
Really?
If I'm doing an hour. Well, I got in a bad habit of doing that during the festival this year, but it's like I did it on the first night and then it was like, stick to the routine. So it was a sugar-free Red Bull and a miso soup on the way in, and then I would get something to eat afterwards, but it was like...
So you have miso soup as well?
Yeah, and I'd be like, because I can't really eat too much before a show.
Yeah, same.
But
Same.
I also can't have my medication because I find that it doesn't help me. It makes me not funny. It makes me not quippy and stuff. Also I don't know
like
how
Dexies.
Yeah, and I don't know how anxious I'm going to be or nervous I'll be, and sometimes that can really heighten it, and I feel out of control, or it numbs me, and I'm just like, it's too risky to play with. So I don't have any meds, but I will have a sugar-free Red Bull on the way in, even though it's about halfway through, I'm like, I think this is eroding my stomach lining. Yeah, and I struggle to get to sleep anyway. And here I am, like walking in, with a little straw too.
Shaking.
One time I accidentally got a large one, and I came out after the show, and it was this was like last year. And I said to my tech, I was like, is this big? And he was like, yeah, that's like the maxi one. And I was like, I didn't even know. And I was like, I drank the whole thing. Like I sculled it right before I went on. And I was I don't drink Red Bulls.
You come in
outside
levitating.
of it.
Yeah, buzzing.
It's just this like like Nadal when he does like he wipes his brows twice.
Totally.
And he does like stuff like that.
Of course, your superstitions are theatre based.
Absolutely. Always. I have started clocking numbers a lot more.
Yeah, I clock numbers. When I see a bird and it makes eye contact with me, I always say hello.
You have to.
That's
you actually have
so
to.
cute.
Yeah.
And
I like that.
And magpies too.
Magpies.
Well, also
yeah,
they're
ravens.
surveillance. Like birds don't exist, so it's smart to stay on the right side of the spies.
Gotta say hi to that ASIO. ASIO goes, do you have any superstitions?
I have so many. It's hard to think of. Josh, who is like very not woo-woo.
Yeah.
So if he has a suspicion, I find it funny and it makes me laugh. And because he's so like in the tech world, this always makes me laugh. Anytime that like, Siri or any of those like Alexa kind of things or Google, whatever, will come up, Josh will always like have really polite manners. So
Same.
Josh will be like, no, it'll be like, do you want to reply? And Josh will be like, no, thank you so much.
No, I'm the opposite now. I have a Google Home, and when it doesn't get me, I'm like, I can't with this shit. I'm like,
But see, Josh's
stop. Google, stop.
Yeah. But when the robots take over, Aurelia, they're going to have beef with you.
Fucking kill me. I'm ready.
They're going to be like, this rude bitch never said thank you.
They're going to kill all of us. It's not so bad. I'm the same. I'll be like, thank you. All right, bye.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah.
It's like when you're friendly to it, though, then it replies to your friendliness, and that creeps me out.
Yeah. That is weird.
Like when I say thank you on the like one occasion, and then it's like, no worries, I'm here to help.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're bird surveillance, but I paid for this.
It is a weird, those kind of superstitions are funny as well, because it's like the robots aren't going to save us for saying thank you.
It's like logically we know that it's wrong, but it's like I'd still like to err on the side of caution.
And also like it's still like a human voice. Like I know it's like obviously robotic and stuff like that, but it's still, I don't know, there's something funny about it where you're like, shut up, bitch.
Yeah.
But then also I love that stuff. I have a boy Siri now.
Oh.
Yeah. It's really fun. At first I didn't like it, but now I don't know.
You're
There's
coming
something
around.
fun about like asking this young man to like set an alarm for me. You know?
Yes.
And he goes, "Yep, your alarm's set." And I'm like, "Thanks, go back." And I imagine he goes back to his little office.
Yeah.
he just
Into the
sits there.
door, close
Yeah.
it.
And I don't think I'm his only boss. You know?
No, he runs off to the next person.
Yeah, I think he's got a couple people, but he's not everyone.
Well, it must be nice to have a man that listens and does what you ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes he doesn't get it right, but you know what?
He's trying.
It's actually my fault.
Yeah.
It's my fault when he does it. I have to think
This
about
isn't a
that.
superstition, but this is definitely a conspiracy that we've been wanting to talk about for a long time. This is Conformity Gate.
Oh my God, Aurelia, strap
Wait,
in.
what is-
Charlie lost his fucking mind in January this year, and I had to be so nice about it. But I actually believed you for a bit.
You kind of got me onto it, though.
Is that your Stranger Things?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So Jordan and a few other friends kind of, because it started on TikTok. Or at least it kind of like went wild on TikTok.
Okay.
And I'm not really on TikTok. So this had to kind of be brought to my attention. But once I was in, I was all the fuck the way in.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
You were the only person I know who was still watching Stranger Things. Like,
Yes.
I did not have anybody else to like, and I was so annoyed with this season
Yes.
and just in general. And then it painted everything else. I was like, wait, this whole fucking thing has been bullshit from
It was
this,
so
like,
annoying.
at least from season 2 when you look back. Anyway, but go on.
Yes. The short of it is basically there was a theory called Conformity Gate that started to go viral, which was that there was a false ending to season 5 and that all of the faults of the writing and the direction, which were now, it seems, just bad writing and bad direction. Everyone was like, there's no way that they would have the characters doing these breaking world sort of things. This is all a conspiracy, and there's going to be a secret ending that's going to come out after the final episode, like a few weeks later. And then when that didn't happen, they were like, actually, it's this other date.
It's like the
Because-
rapture
Yes.
for Latter-day Saints.
Yes.
Exactly that vibe.
Isn't there still one more day?
Yes, there is. I was part of there was a subreddit that had to be locked because it was getting so much hate, called Conformity Gate. And I had to leave after the third or fourth date getting pushed back. I was like, I need to leave this behind. This is starting to send me into psychosis. But it was like people had all this stuff where they were like, well, this character's wearing orange in this scene, which is meant to be a theme that's connected to this. Like it was like full on like tinfoil hat stuff. I've now like forgotten a lot of the like juiciest things.
You've healed.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
It was a lot of it was continuity problems. Like it was like, why is she wearing this and then her hair's different here, even though it's the same scene? And it's like, well, what's happened is sloppy
Yes.
show making.
Yeah.
That has resulted in
That was
people.
rushed.
Imagine writing a season finale so bad that your fans are convinced it couldn't have been. It can't be true.
I have a feeling this happens all the time.
Yes.
With any show that is truly like deeply beloved
Yeah.
and it goes on for too many seasons.
And also mystery based, where your fans are already primed to be like looking at like hidden meanings.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it never ends how you want it to, and there's nothing you can do. And sometimes I'm like actually glad a show I like gets cancelled after a couple of seasons because I'm
Yes.
like, at least I don't have to be upset with how it ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so sad because they fumbled the ball so bad that I genuinely feel, and I was like super, super huge fan, but I now have no inclination to go back and watch. It's
I
like Game of
know.
Thrones kind of thing. It's like
Exactly.
just knowing that it just ends in this absolute train wreck. I'm like, it can't be fucked.
And I think like because a bad season is a bad season. It's not like a personal attack or blah, blah, blah. But there was like a carelessness. The same
Yeah.
thing with Game of Thrones and so many things where it's like it's become such a money maker for Netflix. It was such a guarantee, like people are locked in. And also there's like a whole, which is something that I hadn't factored in. There's a whole generation of kids who've grown up with it. So like I watched it, I realized like all these things had happened. Like we've had 2 Trump presidencies
Yeah.
in the space of the series because it's been over 10 years, and it's like it felt like the equivalent to like Harry Potter when Harry Potter was ending and I was like 17 and I was like, wow, it feels like it's been with me my whole life.
Yeah.
And I know that there are kids feeling that and like just and like it was just like a carelessness.
Yeah.
And then they what also happened is that they released this documentary after the season, which was like a behind the scenes of everything that happened, but it was just so damning. You could see, and like obviously,
which added to the conspiracy because people thought that it's like this is giving us clues that there's something else going on. Because why would they put out this documentary that makes the Duffer Brothers look like fools? but the documentary was made by someone else about the process of creating it, and there were a lot of like critiques about certain things where they were like, where all the fans were like, this is such a glaring error.
Yeah.
Things like when they finally got to like the big finale of Vecna's lair, there was no Demogorgons or anything like that in the full other Planet X or whatever. And everyone was like, where were all the Demogorgons that we've been expecting and like building towards for 5 seasons? And then they had this conversation in the writer's room that was filmed of the Duffer Brothers talking to their head writers, and one of the really good head writers who wrote the top 4 most well-critiqued and reviewed episodes of the whole franchise. So this guy is like beloved. And it's him being like, we need to have Demogorgons. And then it was the Duffer Brothers being like, nah, let's not worry about it. And then he was like, I really feel like we need them and like the fans need them. And then it was the Duffer Brothers being like, nah, I just feel like they're going to have like demo fatigue. And it's like so embarrassing because it's like this was something, one of many things that the fans had an issue with. And then it's like you even had people in the room trying to help you.
Yeah. And you didn't listen.
And just stuff like there's, because the premise of have you ever watched any of Stranger Things?
I've watched the first 2 or 3 seasons.
And then
and then there was like a big gap where there wasn't COVID or something. It took a couple of years. And then I kind of lost interest because I didn't even remember what happened.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But the upside down, which is
I remember
the whole thing. I didn't realize this because it was just treated so casually. But there's like this big finale where they all go into the upside down and blah blah blah. And there were characters there who have never been in there. And it's supposed to be so dangerous. It's supposed to like it's
toxic.
It's supposed to be toxic for you breathing it in. Like you have to be so careful in there.
Yeah.
And suddenly it was just like, yeah, it's a free for all. We're all just doing like road trips down there. We're all hanging out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's my first time in like an alternate reality. Anyway, toot toot toot, off we go. And it's like, no, this is huge.
And there were all these like, obviously because it's primarily a mystery, all of the seasons opened up a lot of these like things that didn't get answered, and you were like, oh, it's fine, we've got another season. They'll answer it. They didn't answer barely anything. and some of the things that they did like finalize, like character arcs as well, just felt like a disrespect to the character, in particular 11. What they did to her is the most desecrating, horrible thing. It's like, and like Millie Bobby Brown has made no effort to conceal how upset she is with what happens to her character. You know, imagine growing up with this role that you've like basically like dedicated your life to, given your whole childhood away to the world just for this role. And then they're just kind of like, actually, she's not going to get a happy ending. That's the end.
Ugh.
And not even like it.
Wait, does she die? Spoiler alert, obviously.
It's left up to interpretation. So
she's dead.
Yeah.
And it is just like, and it was the way they did it as well, because they could have done so many things with Elle and it been and it still be a tragedy.
Yeah.
It could have still been absolutely heartbreaking. And there's so many like there's amazing stories where people are just doomed. Like and it's like and that can be incredibly painful but beautiful to watch, but this felt cheap.
No, yeah,
like,
I
think for a show that was like, you know, the most expensive show that Netflix has ever made or something like that, it's like it felt incredibly cheap.
It felt very women in refrigerators trope. Have you heard about that?
No, what is that?
It's this trope that started in like comic books but is now in a lot of like superhero kind of movies. Anything where women are disposed of, when it's like, but they're meant to be like super powerful, but that doesn't like mean that the writers like won't like kill them off in like really gruesome ways. Like, because there was this one comic book where a superhero woman was like chopped up and put in the refrigerator, and everyone was like, she's a literal superhero. And like, this is like violent and misogynistic, but it's also like she's meant to be super powerful.
Yeah.
So why does this happen? And it's just the idea that it's like, to a lot of like male writers in particular, it's like you can still be someone like 11 who is like cosmically, like intergalactically powerful being, but it's still like, oh, you're still going to die at the end.
Yeah.
And you're still going to kind of be disposed of to push along a male storyline.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it also when like I've been obviously reading my fantasy books, and a few of them, like the female characters always have to lose their power for some reason. It's
Hate
like
it.
she has to go through something and then she loses her ability to make fire. And I'm like, no, I like this bitch because she made fire.
Yeah.
Don't make her lose this
Yes.
shit.
And she always has to find it. But we don't see that with men. Like
No.
it's an interesting dynamic,
Yeah.
well, an interesting plot line to be like, what happens when someone loses their power? But it's always a woman.
Yes.
Yes.
Happens in Buffy too.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean that. I find those sort of tropes really interesting to unpack. Something that I did hear, which is potentially a rumor, I would fact check this, but I heard that one of the Duffer brothers, their wife used to collaborate with them. Like his wife.
No, this is true.
Yeah, his wife collaborated with them a lot and was a big part of like the storylines and stuff like that. And they went through a divorce in the midst of the shooting process, and she was no longer a part of it. And then
went
people were
downhill.
saying, yeah,
And that's why everyone thinks that the final season was a dud.
which is it's
Makes
something
sense.
that happens a lot. Like George Lucas,
Yeah.
his wife was really instrumental in like in the first 3 Star Wars movies that came out, and then she wasn't involved in any of the follow-ups, and that's where things
Yes.
started to go awry.
And now there's even more Star Wars stuff coming out.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
It never ends.
And it is, yeah. It's
Have you watched any of the new like Grogu?
No.
It just makes me laugh. I saw like a big ad for Mandalorian and Grogu, and it just feels like such a tack on, because they're just literally, and Grogu.
Like,
It's like,
whenever The Mandalorian first came out, I loved it.
yeah.
And now that it keeps coming out, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I often get this fatigue with
Yeah.
shows where it's like, okay, I've watched 6 seasons of this. Now there's 6 seasons of the pre-story.
Yeah.
Now there's the side character's main storyline.
Yeah.
It's
Some are great,
enough.
some are shit.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
I've heard Andor is really good. And
Josh likes Andor.
I love, because one of my like favorite movies, and I'm not even a big Star Wars fan, but I fucking love Rogue One.
I was about to say,
Rogue
Rogue
One
One.
is really good.
Rogue One's
is
really good.
So good.
Acolyte was a campy mess, but I loved it.
Yeah. Nice.
It had gay witches. What do you want from me? I have to love it.
Okay, perfect.
But I was thinking, while we were talking about like women behind the scenes being
Yeah.
the pivotal piece, I saw this reel from Patton Oswalt's special that came out this week. I think it's on Netflix.
Talking about female editors?
Yes.
yes, I saw that too.
Yeah, I thought it was so funny and true. And he's basically saying, if you haven't seen it, that find a good film directed by a man and guaranteed that it was edited by a woman. And he lists all these films and about how basically it's like, it's such a male instinct to be like the director who's like, I'm going to go out there and fucking like shoot my load, basically.
Yes.
Just like mass. Yeah. Get all this footage and churn it out, because that's like, you know, the big dick swinging kind of job. And then it's a woman's job to be like, all right, I'm actually going to make something of this garbage that you've given me and make it a comprehensible continuity filled kind of thing.
And also like I think women are sort of brought up to be able to read a room,
Yes.
to
Yeah.
sense like the rhythm in things, to sense where the tension is, and that is what
To have empathy.
great editing is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like they find the rhythm in the thing in the piece. The one that I always am reminded of, and I feel really awful that I don't know her name, and that's, well, isn't that fucking part of it?
Yes, it is.
But she was an editor on Quentin Tarantino's movies, and she edited
Yes.
all of them, and then she passed away. And I think the last movie she did was Inglourious Bastards, and like, you know, and that was a great film. And you might argue that some of the editing afterwards has not been, and some of his films afterwards haven't been as good. And it's really interesting, and I find it, and I'm like, yeah, it's really cool. It was also really cool seeing the first female cinematographer win an Oscar as well for Sinners, which was awesome. And I was like,
Sinners is so good.
yeah, and
I need to rewatch.
rewatching it, knowing that it had a female like DOP, and I was like, and well, cinematographer, DOP, I forget what the roles, the difference is, if they're the same or whatever, let us know. But like,
I'll ask tomorrow.
Yes, yes, please.
Some tech lesbian's going to hit us up.
Someone let us
She's
know.
so into that stuff.
But like, I was like, I see it. Like, I get why this, like, even the way like the men are shot in it, I was like, this is like female gaze.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Interesting.
I love it. Well, speaking of Star Wars, did you see this week that Ian McKellen has said that back in the day, one of the guys, like I think he's the guy who plays in the original Star Wars. I don't remember his name. Alec something Guinness or something.
Alec McGuinness?
Yeah, something like that. Some old crotchety guy basically told Ian McKellen, you need to stop your gay activism. It's not
Alec Guinness, yeah.
Alec Guinness, yeah. He was like, it's not going to bode well for you in performing, and it's like kind of like it's uncouth. Like, this is not the role of an actor. You shouldn't be political. And Ian was like, this happened, and he told me this, and he kind of also implied that Alec Guinness might maybe in the closet or like was queer himself, and was kind of like projecting onto him, being like, I'm keeping this all in. You should do the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, an interesting prospect.
Yeah, I just looked it up just to see like what the deal is. And actually, Ian McKellen came out publicly in 1988, which is
brave as fuck.
You know, like it was definitely not popular coming out then.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like people like him really paved the way.
Absolutely.
And it is interesting with that stuff because that guy should not have said that, obviously, but it's so fucked up because people said that coming from like a warm place sometimes.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
they'd be like, I'm looking out for you,
Yeah.
young fella. Don't throw your acting away
Yeah.
being gay.
We had a phrase in acting school called stamp the camp. And it was, literally. And it was like and like, you know, pretty much all of the guys in our year level were gay. And it was like, don't seem gay when you walk into the room. Like in the audition, they were like taught how to like seem more masculine. And then also like, if they were performing a scene, it would be like stamp the camp.
Oh
and
my
it was
God.
like fucked up. And it's like, and we all laughed
At
about
least,
it
at least it
time.
rhymed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think it's like
My gay brain was like, that'd make a great song in a musical.
stamp the
Yes.
camp. Stamp the
Yeah,
camp.
and you have like a bunch of like foot stomping and clapping.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like a tap dogs number because it's
Yeah.
also a comment on like how tap
Yeah.
dogs came to be, and it was like
There's
they're
like a
actually
Billie
making
Elliot
tap
kind of
dancing
feel to
like
it, like-
yeah, it's actually masculine. But at the same, like, it's obviously like bad, and with hindsight I'm like, well, that was an awful thing to say to like these young men and young people in general, and it obviously rubbed off on all of us. But at the same time I'm like, that it would have helped them in the industry to seem more masculine because of how sexist and how you know, fucked up it is that it's like these awful things were said from a place of people trying to help you, but then it's still fucked. Like, it's so weird. Anyway, there's no saving it.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Werner Herzog said about Grogu?
No.
None of these words are in the Bible. What did he say?
He say?
He said, so he's in The Mandalorian.
Wait,
as like a small part.
Who is
Werner Herzog.
Werner Herzog, a famous director.
Yeah, documentary maker. He's amazing. He speaks a lot of languages. He can speak French, but he refuses to.
That's beautiful.
He's like, I won't speak.
Same.
I won't speak French. It's an awful language. I don't want to speak it. But he's in there, and they had the Grogu puppet on set as like a placeholder.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't going to be a puppet. It was going to be all CGI. And apparently he was like, you have to make it a puppet.
Yes.
And he was like, if you do not make Grogu a puppet, you are cowards.
Yeah.
It was like, it's cowardly if you don't. Because he was like, Grogu will say, and he was right.
He was right. It is so cute. There's just something magical about like movie magic like that. Like,
yeah.
our brains like switch off when it's CGI, and you just kind of, it feels like mush to me.
Yeah.
But the second you see a puppet or something that's actually been created, a tangible physical thing.
Have you seen Project Hail Mary?
No.
It's good.
The Ryan Gosling.
Yes. It has a puppet as well.
Oh, cute.
And they didn't use any green screen. And it's a
Ah.
space film.
Love that. So how did they do it?
Oh my God, they did such cool shit. Like, I can't even. Okay, so first of all, it's a spaceship that they've built the set off, and they used like parts from different electronic companies, I guess, because in real life spaceships, it's not all like Windows XP or Apple or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like bits and pieces put together.
Yes.
Ryan Gosling's performance is great in it, and also they have this like moment with like light traveling through space, and I think they just filmed like using. I'm going to absolutely like butcher everything, but basically imagine they're filming like through an X-ray camera, the way that light travels, whatever.
Yeah.
Like just really cool and creative ways to show the way they're traveling. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Parts of it also were filmed in miniature, I guess.
Oh,
And then it just looks like it's big.
that's actually so fucking good. That makes me even more excited to see it.
Yeah.
I feel like they were sort of like going back to what we actually really enjoyed. Like I was thinking about Little Shop of Horrors or like any Muppets movies and the Star Wars movies as well from back in the day. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
they
so
use miniatures
cool.
too.
Yeah. And I think it's like it's amazing seeing like really high quality puppetry. It's so cool. Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you. And set dressing and real sets and stuff
And
like that.
prosthetics and like people who like incredible makeup and all that kind of stuff. Like I would so much rather watch like an actor that's got, you know, prosthetics and stuff like that than just all the CGI crap where they just wear like a green suit with dots on it.
And how hard is that as an actor? Like whenever I see those movies, I'm like, you're acting in a green suit this whole time in a studio with absolutely no one.
Oh,
Yes.
the BTS on Avatar gives me anxiety.
Oh
I
my
get
God.
hives.
Like I just can't imagine.
I remember seeing Jim Carrey talking about filming The Grinch, and he said it was like one of the worst experiences of his life. He was like, I almost went into like psychosis kind of thing. He was like getting into The Grinch thing took like, it was something like 8 hours
Yeah, I remember
every single
this.
day just to get into the outfit.
Didn't they get a guy from like the army who has trained people how to deal with torture? Like their
Yes.
specialty is like if you get taken hostage and you're like under duress or if whatever, this is how you can manage being tortured.
Wow.
I need to
got
speak with him
just to get through life.
just to work with Taylor Momsen.
But they did that for him for like getting his makeup and costume on, and I'm like,
Wow.
there's got to be a middle ground, guys. I mean, it looked amazing.
Yeah.
It looked amazing, but those furry little fingers freak me out because I just know that they would be so sticky and disgusting.
Yeah. Texture nightmare.
Getting all that shit in there.
Well, speaking of texture nightmare, have you guys been following this clavicular crap?
Yeah,
More or less. Like
I don't really get it. Like
he got mogged by the judge.
yeah.
The judge was hotter than him.
Yeah,
So he got mogged.
It's definitely like eugenics coded, but it's funny when it's against this guy. But they had like a side by side of him and then the judge, and they were showing like mathematically, like based on the facial proportions.
Using clavicula's work.
To be like the judge has like outmogged you basically.
oh my God. The things coming out of his mouth are just insane too. Because I remember seeing there was a thing of like somebody asking Clavicular, like, hey, I'm kind of like short. I'm going over to this like girl's house. Like, how do I appear more tall? And he was like, you just want to like wear your pants kind of low on your hips so then you can be on your tiptoes and she won't see and you can like tiptoe max. And it's like, just be short.
Yeah.
There's no shame in the height your parents passed down to you. You will find a girl who likes that. This whole like, you know, loneliness epidemic, like face mogging bullshit. I am just shocked because me and my friends back in my day, we would fuck ugly guys all the time. And it just would happen. And then
Back in my
day, and we'd be like, okay, he was kind of mid and ugly and like annoying, and I'm never going to see him again. And some of my friends married those guys and they're happy now. It's like, it can't be that hard.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what has changed.
It's so, but I mean, refreshing to see men in women's fields.
Yeah.
You know, we've been like face smashing and like
True,
Yeah.
trying to
true.
look tall or short and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, it is violent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Like the treatments that you might get. It's also so funny because Clavicular, he's he's not like wrong.
Yeah, like there is things you can do to look better. And if that's something you strive to do, then why not?
And also, like, the world is kinder to you if you look like the way Clavicular is talking about. He's not wrong about that. His approach to it and
Yeah.
his
He's basically a beauty
his
blogger.
philosophy is like, you should just do that,
Yeah.
not we should unpack it. But he's not like, when people like, can you, like, especially when like mainstream media get him on and like, what, these crazy things you're saying, and I'm like, you did this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
this isn't.
Just the methods he's using are less
He's
conventional.
Oh, he's not a well guy.
safe.
No.
No, isn't he on meth? Like, isn't that,
Yes.
doesn't he like take
He-
meth for his jawline?
And he's been on testosterone for so long that he's infertile.
Really?
Yeah.
That's scary. That is, and he's also the thing that blows my mind as well is like obviously all the like face smashing and that kind of shit, but also like he's like, I didn't realize that he just has a camera on him every single second of the day.
Yeah.
That he
That's-
films him like he streams him sleeping.
It's crazy.
What?
And people pay for it.
Yeah. So they can just have him on. So it's just him. I thought these were like vlogs that were getting released, but it's like, no, it's people cutting up his stream, like his live stream. He's videoing himself 24/7.
It's weird because it's like the male version of like constant surveillance. It's always to be like, see how alpha I am.
Yeah.
Mm.
Constantly. It's like always being on the performance of it
Yeah.
because it is a performance.
Well, speaking of performers, Trisha Paytas,
Oh, what's she done now?
she has launched a K-pop song.
Oh, yeah. I saw a bit of that.
Yeah. Well, she eats like Korean fried chicken. And she's just fully tapping into the K-pop market because I feel like she's the type of person who just goes into like whatever's popular and like,
Sure.
Yeah.
you know, just does her version of it.
Mhm.
And she was also in the last episode of Euphoria.
What?
She was also in Hacks. She's like,
And Hacks, yeah. I haven't. Yeah. So in Euphoria, she plays a podcaster who talks to Cassie. Is that Sydney Sweeney's character?
Yeah.
I'm watching the show. I don't know their names. Sorry. And apparently, her reaction in the Euphoria episode is just authentic because it's like
she didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah. Cassie is basically going off supporting men and being a misandrist as per. And says something really offensive, and Trisha's like, "Oh, okay," and she's like, "Yeah, that was my authentic reaction. I didn't know what she's gonna say."
Wow. I mean, Trisha Paytas is
She finds ways to stay relevant that surprise and delight me every single time.
Mhm.
yeah. It feels like she just got in with like the right people and now she's just everywhere.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people just don't know what to make of her. And they're like,
Yeah.
is it satire? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's the same as Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Mm.
And because the Sam Levinson stuff is so fascinating. How are you finding? Is it over now? Have they finished? Is it the last episode?
No, I think it's still going. I haven't seen the most recent one, I don't think. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm watching it because now I'm sucked in. Like I said before, I watched most of season 1, didn't watch season 2. Now I'm watching season 3.
Yeah.
I'm by no means like his biggest fan.
Yeah.
But sometimes the visuals are very like pleasing.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
I like watching it for like inspiration for my own content. I'm like, I
Wow.
need to go out into the desert and drive a car.
But he's also like obviously borrowing from Sydney Sweeney's like real life.
Yeah.
Which I always find that ethically dubious when like
And-
actors start putting in the storylines of writers use the storylines of their actual actors.
Yeah.
The
And
Cynthia Nixon of it all.
Yeah.
I saw an influencer say that Sam Levinson was obsessed with her wedding.
I saw this video too.
Yes. So this girl's an influencer. She kind of looks like one of the actors. I don't know which one.
Chloe Cherry.
Yeah, they look a bit similar. And she had a wedding that had the same florals, the same like pink backdrop, very similar venue as the wedding in season 3.
I mean, that's kind of cunty. Like, you must have inspired a TV show.
It was very pretty.
Yeah.
Probably $50,000 worth of florals.
Yes.
Sam Levinson just gives icky vibes though.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I agree. He definitely gives creep vibes.
Yeah.
Something's going to come out.
I should look him up on Blind Item. Somebody fucking nail me to a cross. I cannot be trusted on the internet.
I mean, there was the whole thing with The Idol as well. Did you watch that?
No.
No, but I heard the discourse.
Yeah, I watched some of it and it was horrible.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, not surprised. He just does the same shit over and over again. Like women getting sexually exploited is sort of his motto.
His tea.
Which is like an interesting story to explore, but I don't want his perspective on it.
Yeah, like
you know?
I need a woman DOP.
Well, remember, I think we talked about this on the podcast literally years ago when The Idol came out, but I remember I was kind of curious about it and wanted to watch it, but then I heard about the female director who was originally attached and her approach to it, and the storyline was a little bit more focused on her being like a Disney star and that and what it means to be a girl trying to like reclaim your own sexuality and all that on the other side of it, which I think is such an interesting avenue to explore. And then they got rid of her for whatever reason. Sam Levinson came in and it just became something entirely different.
Yeah.
A circle jerk.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time for our pop or flop.
Yes.
Let's do it.
I have a pop this week, which is kind of related to what we just talked about, since Lily Rose Depp is dating 070 Shake. How do you say that? What's her name?
070 Shake.
070 Shake.
Yeah.
Is she a rapper? What?
No, she's a musician. She's kind of indie pop. I really rate a couple of
070 Shake.
070 Shake.
Okay.
But it's 070 space Shake.
Yeah, that's how I've been saying it this whole time.
Oh,
thank you for correcting me.
Yeah.
I'm only correcting you because I have been corrected.
So her and Lily Rose Depp are an item.
Okay.
And they went on holiday to the Dominican Republic, which is where she's from. And randomly on my feed, I see this Dominican restaurant post them. And it just was the most awkward photo. It would have just been the owner being like, oh, it's 070 Shake and Lily Rose Depp at our establishment. Let's ask them for a photo. And then they posted it to promote their restaurant.
Oh, no. Is it them like sitting down?
No, they're standing and they're like kind of just like, they just look.
It's like a photo your mum would post on Facebook.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
And I thought it was really cute and authentic. Like it made me want to go.
Yeah.
Well, they are such a real couple. Like even the with the trench coat buttoned up, like that whole story.
Trench coat buttoned to the top.
Oh, so good.
So funny.
I have a pop. It's a little delayed, but we did have a big hiatus when the Brit Awards were on. And there was this great performance from Rosalia, where she performed her song Björking, which from my favorite album of last year, Lux. And the Björk moment where she comes out as like, we need divine intervention, and she's just Björking the hell out. But my favorite bit is that you can she's got this great headpiece on and this great costume, and it's such a fun, like an incredible clip and an incredible performance. But if you watch it a second time or a third time, you'll see her up the back waiting to come forward, and you see her little like headpiece and she's kind of like shifting her weight. She's waiting to go forward, and I love it. I love it so much.
It's so good.
So I'm like, that's like we're seeing like Björk in her like behind the scenes moment where she's a bit fidgety and she's a bit like nervous maybe, and to get Björk to perform is quite a feat. So
and
she clearly loves it
with that like big operatic symphonic kind of feeling, and Björk, Björking out, as you said.
Yeah, Björking out.
I need to share this song with you that Björk played in a DJ set.
Oh my god!
And
yes,
I am obsessed with this song.
Oh,
do you remember the name?
Send it to me.
It's called On Your Time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck yeah. But yeah, add the Brit Awards performance to your afters playlist. It's
So
another
good.
one.
To the gay music video
The
night.
gay music video night. Let's go.
I have a flop this week, and it is Erica Kirk saying that people are doing whiteface of her and her husband.
I'm on her side. I think it's really awful. I think we've faced enough trials, and it's a mockery of our I want to say culture.
Yeah.
I mean, but that whiteface sketch was so funny.
Yeah.
It was like so funny. Sorry.
It's so good.
It was so
Oh
good and
my
so
God.
accurate, and she deserved it. Sorry.
Yeah.
And also, he never actually said that he was being Erica Kirk.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's on her.
it's on her. She claimed it. Could have been
Yes.
anybody else. And it was
Yeah.
a pretty,
The call is coming from inside the house.
Yes.
she said 2 + 2 is 4. That's me. And we said, oh, yeah. Drewski, keep going.
Well, with that, we will see you next week.
Bye, friends.